We're at the Pathway Symposium, and this is the group of special grant awardees of the ADA who are really selected to be the best of the young people and mid-career people making new directions in diabetes research. I think what's amazing about this group is not only that they're young and talented, but they're in many different disciplines. We've heard a number of talks about the importance of brain circuits in control of metabolism, not just appetite, but also whole body metabolism. We've heard of some new approaches to looking at the islet cells and how different they might be in their nature and how they may affect diabetes in different ways. And then we've heard topics about clinical problems of early adaptation of childhood care for diabetes and so forth. So we've heard a really interesting range of topics.
We're a structural biology laboratory that are interesting, especially in a category in enzymes that are called phosphatases. And we look at those phosphatases that are critical for the regulation of the insulin receptor pathway. The ultimate aim of our research is to look at atomic and molecular level descriptions of this enzyme in order to allow us to design new enzyme inhibitors or drugs against diabetes.
The focus of my research is trying to understand the genetics of type 2 diabetes and how those genetic variations that encode disease predisposition function in different tissues of your body. So skeletal muscle, adipose, and pancreatic islets. We're generating data in each of those tissues and integrating with genetics to try to understand tissue-specific pathology.
So I'm a mechanical engineer at UC Santa Barbara, and I've been working on biosensors all my life, but 2 years ago when my daughter got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, I realized that I could use all the research I've done all my life to really help her and build something for her. And so I was awarded a Pathway Visionary Award to actually build a continuous glucose monitor and hopefully a full integrated system that's smaller than a penny, that's something that she won't notice, that's something that she won't be made fun of like the ones that she has right now. She came home from school one day for, learning about words, and she had to write a sentence about each word. And one of the words she had learned that week was hero, and she wrote, "My mom is a hero because she's helping people with type 1 diabetes," and that melted me.
The importance of the Pathway program, not only for the ADA, but for this whole field, can't be overestimated. Really, it's so difficult now for young people to get the kind of grant support, long-term grant support, meaningful grant support that can be used to launch a career that this program offers, and offers in a very unique way.
I think these Pathway Awards are really critical because it allows you to do completely new things where you weren't known before. It was known before that phosphatases are important. It was known before that structural insights can be important and push the science. But now allowing us to move that over into the diabetes field, the Pathway Awards is a great tool for doing that, and that's exactly what we have done.
There's no other funding agency that could have looked at me as a mechanical engineer and said, "Oh, sure, you can solve diabetes," because who are they to say I know anything about diabetes? And that's exactly what the Pathway wants to fund. They're looking for people that are smart, that have a passion for really trying to solve this problem, and they're giving an opportunity to people like me that I would never have otherwise.
I think this is a critical award because it supports the individual and not necessarily the project. And for science, that is so important because oftentimes you don't know where the next big discovery is going to come from, and if you're tied to a specific project, it's a bit constraining scientifically. Instead, what Pathway has done is said, let's try to get some people that we think are going to do good science and enable them not focusing on this project they proposed, but to allow flexibility in the funding.